internet. How's it going? Uh, Today is a day. Today is tea day. Um, I arbitrarily decided. I don't know. My throat has been just not feeling it lately. So I made tea, a giant pot of it, and it's probably only going to stay warm for a relatively short period of time. But I'll at least have warm tea for a relatively short period of time, which is better than nothing. Better than no time at all. I have mint tea. I forgot it's chroma key colored mint tea. So that looked weird, but I even have like a super fancy teapot and everything. So this is the part. Whoops. Actually, the other thing I realized today is that I have to wear dark clothes on stream. Um, Yesterday, someone said that it looks like I wear the same thing every day, and I think that's because I wear the same hoodie every day. Tried to wear something different today, so I'm just carefully pouring this tea off camera. Tea. um, I tried to wear something different today, but then I realized that my chroma key only works with dark colors. Sorry, and even with just this, it you might see a rip in time space up in these regions here. Anyways, Glitch HJ, hey, how's it going? How's it going? I am sat on top of a building because it was the only spot big enough to land my spaceship. Wow, the tea's still really hot, so that's good. Maybe it'll actually stay warm for a while. Tea, Komega. Hey, how's it going? All right. Oh wow, look at all these. Oh yeah. I was like, wow, look at all these notifications I got, and then I remembered I put the game dev hashtag in the name of my stream, which is just free retweets and stuff. Uh, hey Jonas, how's it going? Welcome. Uh, I like to think of myself as a child of the universe. I consider all worlds my home. No, that sounded dumb. What are we doing today? Is a good question. Right now we're just looking at my face for whatever reason. No, it's because I should start opening things. Right, yeah. So I was just using. Nothing interesting is happening on my screen right now, which is why we're not looking at my screen. But I'll make interesting things happen on the screen. Uh, um, so the backlog, yeah, we accomplished some stuff yesterday. Oh, and yeah, right at the end of the day, we identified what is probably a pretty big bug. So one of the things we did yesterday was I'll switch over to screen cam now, I guess. Why not? One of the things that we did yesterday was to add an audio alert. Whoops, go away, spider. What did we do? Oh, we added in troll face. So I can start moving these over to the done column. So we did troll face. We didn't do more prescripted events yet. We didn't do more backgrounds yet. I mean, these are kind of perennial tasks that even once we do them, we can keep them on the not started list. Or put it in the in progress list. They can just go between not started and in progress. Because as soon as we complete them, then there's a new task to make even more and even more. Yeah, I don't know what that is actually. It's been burning for a while, and frankly, it's been sunset here for or sunrise. I don't even know. The celestial, the burning celestial sphere has just been it's been stuck there since yesterday. So I don't know how long that. I guess the days here must just go on forever. But we called it at a pretty nice time, so I don't know. Seems like a nice enough spot to camp out for a little while. Alright, so more backgrounds, more prescripted events. We might work on that today. I feel bad. Every time I think about more prescripted events, I think about how I'm being a lazy game master. Oh, I don't even have the game running right now. That's how lazy I am as a game master. Alright, so I'll run the game for one thing. And then, and alright, now let's continue looking at the backlog. So, um, hey, space. For some reason, I keep wanting to say space your name because it sounds too possessive if I say space my name. But congratulations, that's awesome. That's I mean that's very impressive this time of year because yeah, this is like if you're gonna try something that anytime something like that any time of year, this particular time of year, I'll stop harping on it, but this particular time of year is one of the more difficult ones. So congratulations, that's really cool. Hmm. What else did we do yesterday? Oh yeah, we did banning from game without banning from chat, and we also did the name change command, and we did overlapping names. We did all of these things. Look at all of the stuff we accomplished. Oh, and we did the alert audio too. Shazam! Look how productive we were yesterday. So really, the only thing that we have left to add is more backgrounds, more prescripted events, nobility points. Nobility points. Yeah, I think I know how to add in nobility points without being too. I think I know a way to add in nobility points. Do I? So I forget who. Someone warned me about nobility points because, I mean, I think this is like a valid concern. Is that no? So the idea with nobility points is that if someone does something cool, I can award nobility points. Um, I can basically like so nobility points would just be like on my secret control panel, I would just be able to type in like points, trusty bard 10, and then hit Excelsior, and it would award 10 points to trusty bard or something like that. But oh wow, ha, that's awesome. Um, yeah, sounds like you've been busy, space. Is it okay if I call you space your name? Or maybe just name, or I don't know. I need to. I'm gonna stumble over that a lot. Um, but no, that sounds really cool. I have been checking Twitter. I must have skimmed past it or something, because I don't remember. Wait, did I look at that? I might have looked at that. Yeah, possibly. I forget, but next time I'm there, I'll have to check it out. I'll keep an eye out for it. Um, cool. Uh, oh yeah. So the problem with nobility points, the potential problem with nobility points, is that wait, what is this chat filter with action symbol? Chat filter with action symbol. I don't know what that means. I think I did it already. Oh no! Well, I know. I keep seeing this and thinking to myself, like, why do I have this here? Because would it? The reason I have this here is as a reminder. I could, if I wanted to, I could set where is it? There's like a oh, is it blacklist keywords? There's one of these settings you can with I think it's a feature of like Better Twitch TV. With one of the settings you can like specify like what you don't want to appear in chat. Maybe maybe it's actually maybe it's blacklist. I'll test that out. So if a blacklist, yeah, right. So hold on, that's the only word I have blacklisted right now. Hold on. This is Spaceman Names. Oops. Sorry. This is Spaceman Names link. And then yeah, let me just test out blacklist. I was thinking blacklist was auto ban, but actually that might not be a feature of Better Twitch TV. Better Twitch TV, the auto ban keywords that might have been a feature of Nightbot. I might be remembering that wrong. I haven't used either of them yet, so let's see. Right, so if I go to like twitch.tv/binre/chat, I think I should be. I think I'm signed in as binre.bz on this browser. Let me see if that's true. So, oh, I'm logged in as Trusty Bard. Shoot. Okay, yeah. Whoops. So sorry about that. I forgot I was logged in as Trusty Bard. I should not be logged in as Trusty Bard because I'm gonna accidentally do that a lot. Yeah. Okay. So what happened is like if you're watching chat, you might have seen Trusty Bard say that blacklist keyword. But what you might notice also is that it didn't show up on chat down here, and that's because. So what I was thinking of doing with that is I was thinking of setting the blacklist keywords actually to hashtag anything or # anything. That way, so now that the blacklist keywords are set to that, if anyone here, I'm gonna log out of Trusty Bard and log in as binre.bz instead, so I can be slightly less confusing as oops, hold on, I'm switching over to Facecam for a second. This way I can be slightly less confusing as I test out this feature. But yeah, right. So the blacklist keywords are now set to yes, Trusty Bard. Yeah. So what the blacklist keyword does, Comega, literally it doesn't actually change anything. All that's different is that those commands don't show up on my browser. Those commands still happen. They it doesn't even change what happens in the chat channel. Like it's not even a moderator tool. Anyone with better Twitch TV has access to blacklist keywords, and so basically, what it allows people to do is like let's say like I hate like sandwiches. Just an example. Let's say I'm so frustrated with sandwiches that I don't even want to hear people talk about sandwiches. What I can do is I can set a hey, we got an event. Oh yeah, okay. So right. So because I have the blacklist keyword set to the #, you'll notice that Trusty Bard text doesn't even show up in the little panel here, because whenever Trusty Bard speaks, like actually I guess we'll still see him say the initiative bonus thing in this little chat window, but whatever, that's fine. I mean, I can if I feel like it, we can I can set another blacklist keyword so that we don't see the initiative thing either. But yeah, so it's entirely superficial. It's not so like setting a blacklist keyword isn't actually changing anything. It's just filtering out the things that you personally will see. Right. So I have on my other computer, I have the chat window open, so I can even still see chat that happens. Yeah. So so maybe I'll maybe I'll add a really weird word to the initiative bonus message. That way I can filter out. I mean, I could just filter out like the word initiative or something. So all right, wait, hold on. I was gonna. Well, actually, no. Now that event happened, I guess I don't really even need to test. I don't really need binre.bz to test that. I'm gonna turn off the microphone for just 1 second. Anyways, sorry, I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay. That's very good, glitch. Now I have that stuck in my head. Thank you. All right, so let's switch back to screen cam, and then all right, so I guess I can do that, and then oh no, you know what I'm gonna try, I guess, is wait, yeah, actually no, wait, I am gonna use my I'm gonna use binre.bz to test something real quick, because I want to see if I can use like quotes. Oops, I don't want to go to my channel. I literally want to watch myself. I just want to go to the chat. Yeah, right. So what if I did what if I put like this whole phrase swift action initiative bonus as like a keyword? Like if I put that in quotes, because like I don't like each of these words are like initiative. The word initiative is fairly obscure. Um, um, each of these words is fairly obscure, but like hypothetically, someone could be talking about the initiative bonus, and like they might use the word initiative, right? So I don't want to accidentally blacklist. Oh yeah, space my name. You win for actually reading the the little text that pops up there. I guess you guys can't see it, but oh yeah, there it is. So like yeah, when you click on the blacklist keyword, it literally tells you you can place squiggly brackets. I don't know what you're trying to say, space my name, but please don't work around the chat filter. um, all right, yeah, so I can totally do that. I can just filter out the phrase Swift Action Initiative bonus. Cool. Yes. All right. Cool. So then, uh, all right. So now hypothetically so yeah. So the reason I was thinking of doing that, I don't know a synonym for special that's on the block list. But again, please don't work around the block list. If you feel like saying special, just say special. Are you trying to say curly? Because those are called curly braces. If that's what you're trying to say, they're not called brackets. They're called curly braces. Glitch HD Ray. So another thing you could do with another thing you could do with the blacklist, if you felt like it, is you could put like song lyrics into the blacklist, and then you wouldn't accidentally get what? All right. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Why do you think it's on the Why do you think it's on the chat filter? Spaceman name. Jeez. Um, gosh, I meant to say, or whatever. I don't care. All right. So, space my name. Gosh. Anyways. So, so yeah. All right. So, what do we want to do today? We could do more backgrounds. I actually, uh, one of our players, like, I even paused to mention their name just because, go away. Go away for a while, Spaceman. if you, I'm just gonna keep reacting like that because, like, you're like, I keep like track of a list of people who have annoyed me, and you're on that list right now. So, um, it's not something I do intentionally. It's that like, like expect to get like banned for anything other than like your best behavior right now. So, anyways, uh, what? Yeah, right. Okay, so one player is really good at this game. Yes, you. See, Kamega knows how it works. Um, um, uh, so I don't know what Trello is, but the spreadsheet works fine for me. I could look into Trello. What is Trello? Uh, yeah, the spreadsheet works super fine for me because I'm literally just tracking things in a spreadsheet. Like it literally a spreadsheet is the exact correct tool for what I'm doing. I'm just keeping things in a list. Uh, huh. Well, that sounds cool, but yeah, I don't really. Yeah, if I was using like clunky software, I might consider switching, but I'm not using clunky software. I'm using really convenient software. So, uh, all right. Sorry, I don't feel like having this conversation. Space my name, so you can just think about what you've done. Hey, Lauren, how's it going? um, um, yeah. So I literally wasn't even saying your name, Lauren, because I like I was like, wait, maybe if I don't say maybe if I don't say Lauren, then they'll miss a day, and other people have an opportunity to catch up. But no, I should have known you're already here. Yeah. So Lauren has been just like grinding out those levels like nobody's business. So I just need to keep adding levels just like I knew I'd have to add new levels at some point because players could hypothetically reach the max level. But like at this point, literally the reason I'm adding levels is because Lauren keeps like just blitzing towards the max. So um, I'll probably check out Trello. I have this like ghastly long list of things that I have to check out at some point, like links that people have shared with me. I haven't checked out yet, so at this point, I might as well add Trello to that because it does sound cool, and it might be worth looking into. But yeah, for now, this is fun. So I don't. Yeah, I'm still not sure about nobility points, and I yeah, this should never have really been on the list in the first place. I'll call it done now that I added the blacklist. It's not super done though. It's not like 100% done. I don't know. It's not. It wasn't even really a task to begin with. Like the task, like if there was any task associated with it, it was that thing that I just did where I set up the blacklist. And who was it? Told me how to use space my name. I think was the one who told me how to use the curly braces. Um, uh, so this is like I have this on the list, but I actually don't plan on really doing anything about it. Like it's there as a reminder in case I at some point feel like doing something about it. Like for some reason, mobile devices don't have the pound sign very accessible. Like on iOS devices, you have to. Oh, I'm not listening to music. I'm not listening to music. Sorry. um, don't mind me. I have to listen to music. I have to use a separate device now because I'm using audio. Like I'm actually like there's audio associated with the side quest events. I might have to listen to that right now. Glitch H2A just because you keep saying it. I'll just put it on loop until I get so sick of it that I literally that's one way to cure yourself of something getting stuck in your head. Just listen to it so many times that it'll like eventually your brain will like build up an immunity to it. What's that song called? Glitch H2A? I don't even know. I can probably just type lyrics into the internet and the internet will tell me. All right. Uh, no. No, we won't be doing that. Coming. That would be cute. Trusty Bard's not a robot, so it wouldn't sound right. Oh, it's just called Coco. Alright. Glitch H2A has defined my soundtrack for now. An error occurred. Lies. Try again. Try harder. Try harder. The heck. Whatever. Let's listen to whatever. That's way too loud. Alright, sorry. Alright, there we go. Pardon the delay. So, yeah. No, that's a cute idea to have Trusty Bard actually, like, read out the event text, but, that would be, like, distracting. Like, the automated events, like, are supposed to happen when I'm super focused on something. And if I'm super focused on something, I'm not going to want to stop just to let Trusty Bard say his business. And also, it get really repetitive because like there are only so many prescripted events. So yeah. Yeah, I never said I agree with the message of that song. What I said is it gets stuck in my head really easily. That happens, right? You don't have to like love a song to have it stuck in your head. In fact, quite the opposite sometimes. Uh, so, yeah, I guess I just pulled my laptop. Hey, event time. Uh, So, I just pulled my laptop closer because it was like pushed oddly far back, but no, I think it's actually I'll push it in the other direction. Bust out my tablet and start working on more backgrounds, I guess. And then I have to make because I have to make more character. So you know what? I don't know if this is 100%, but I'm guessing the way that today will go is that I'll make more backgrounds. Then I'll make more prescripted events because I'll probably want to break from drawing, and then I think I have to make more character art. So Lauren, I've implied this before, but uh, you have the most influence right now. So you can help guide if you're so inclined. You can help guide the direction of the character art. Like for example, like the way the character art went. Like it started off like I kind of like as a traveler, like a wanderer type. So yeah, I know, but like at some point I want to start working on Ima, my next project. So I want a good buffer because like I don't want to be doing this every week. I want to give myself a little break from it so that I can actually switch to another project. And of course, this will be something that I'll come back to from time to time. But like honestly, I was thinking like that first, like even before I made more art yesterday, I was kind of hoping that the well, all right. So I mean, I guess I should have anticipated this. Like previously, like based on the previous viewing habits of people in the channel, like it's fairly rare that anyone keeps like such consistent uptime, like or such consistent like you, like attendance, I guess. like I think like since last week, Lauren, I think you've had better attendance than anyone who's ever like really like anyone else who's really followed the channel before. So um I thought I had more time, honestly. And I guess like this is a new element, and part of the reason I added side quests as an element was to help people stay, give people like a little extra something, so that even when the stream isn't like the utmost of interesting, like there's a little extra something. Um, oh goodness, what have we here? Wow, that's amazing. That's just top notch. Thank you, binre artwork. That's outstanding. um, yeah, right. So yeah, I have to do more character art. And yeah, and so yeah, the thing I was gonna say, Lauren, I don't really have words about this, but I'll just leave it up there for a second. Um, Lauren, yeah, as front runner, you can kind of like if you have a preference for like which direction we go with the hero next, or like with the character art, feel free to let me. I made a game called Hero once, and now every time I talk about a protagonist in a game, I call them the hero because the main character in that game was called Hero. But all right, no, yeah, if you have preferences for like the character art, so it started off like as an adventurer, wanderer type character, and you'd get like walking stick and backless and stuff like that, and then it got a little like bard inspired, but then I kind of pivoted on that and pushed it more towards like an archer character. So like currently the max level, as people know who watched yesterday, the max level character is like kind of looks like an archer now. Um, so Lisa Brussels Sprout, hey, how's it going? Welcome. Um, yeah, so this is like the current state of max character art. So like if so Lauren, if you had a preference for like maybe you want to be a mage, or like maybe you want to be like a more of a knight, like if you have like a preference of like where the character art would go next, like I'm happy to take your suggestions, because as the front runner, that is your right. I mean, you're gonna get there first, right? So I figure I might as well make it something that you'll enjoy. um, of course, like whatever you suggest, I'll probably like adapt it to like how I envision that. And like the other thing to keep in mind is that like this is still the character, like we're still working with what are relatively early levels in the game, so nothing is going to be very elaborate yet. Like so like for the archer, for example, like he has nice white pants, which are nice, but other than that, it's relatively simple, like leather armor. It's not anything like supremely ornate or um, elaborate, or like if this was like an RPG, for example, this is like, I don't know, this character looks like he's like level 10 to level 15 or so, right? He doesn't look like he's level like 500 or anything. So yeah. Anyways, right. So, uh, so yeah, more backgrounds, I guess. I said I would do first. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do more backgrounds and more prescriptive events than more character art. I think that might be the on the menu for today. So if that's true, the first thing that we need to do is figure out what we want to do for the venue. Actually, I'll set up my tablet now, because I will be needing that in the very near future. And oops, don't mind me. So I don't know if the tea is working, but my throat does feel okay today. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully it'll hold up. All right, so yeah, so backgrounds, everyone's favorite thing. Hopefully this will take less than a week to to do this background, to add a new background. So for starters, we have right now mountain. Okay, apparently this tablet does not like drawing. Mountain. Wow, I do have really bad handwriting, but my handwriting is coming out worse because of how bad this tablet is. It has like this weird, or I don't know, it's like the tablet and Paint.net are conspiring to like filter like my input on like really small, precise movements. Hey, beer1234, how's it going? So we have mountain, we have cave. That was an E. Cave and forest. Oh, this tablet just does not want to cooperate. I should just be using the text tool because this is going to come out so bad. But anyways, forest. That's an R. And so right now it goes mountain to cave, cave to forest, forest to mountain. And so I want to add, so like, yes, I do remember you, beer1234. I remember you called me boring, or no, you called me unimaginative or something like that, and I said, and then I was forced to point out that your username is very unimaginative. Beer1234 is the most unimaginative username since beer123, I think is what I said. And then Zero Maverick pointed out that your name sounds like a drunk person's password. So yes, I remember you. How's it going? Right, so mountain cave forest is the current setup. So yeah, right. So right. So the reason I drew this out is because I need to as you might recall in that story, Beer, you totally started it. You totally called me out, and I try not to be mean on this channel, like unnecessarily mean, but if someone calls me out, I'm going to probably make fun of them because that's my prerogative. So that's like really all I remember about you right now, Beer1234, because you haven't done much except for that. Oh. Hold on. Let's see what we have here. This is delightful. Like, I have no clue, but sure, why not? Wait, am I saving these? I forget. To add this to the... Yeah, alright, good. Because these are important, you know? For one thing, I have to add them to Tumblr. Because binre's face.tumblr hasn't been updated recently. So, yeah. Thank you, binre artwork. Alright, so, Yeah, so the reason I drew this out is because if when we add in a new background, we'll need to add in apparently, apparently I have no I I'll be honest, the work reminds me of a particular artist that I haven't. That's not appropriate chat. This is not appropriate chat participation. Um, uh, yeah, no. All right. I guess probably stream delay. You didn't hear that that was not appropriate chat participation yet, but there you go. Figure it out. I have to say this work reminds me of another artist. I it there's a certain pride associated with the artwork that reminds me of another Photoshop expert. Thank you, Glitch H2. All right, so if we add in a new background, it'll transition in from one of the other backgrounds, and it'll transition out to one of the. Why do trolls act sad? Like, there's no one on the planet is ever going to have sympathy for a horrible troll. Horrible trolls are horrible. They deserve no sympathy, and they'll never get any sympathy because they're horrible. If they wanted to, they could just stop being horrible, and then they might get sympathy, because then maybe they'd be, instead of a troll, a human. But no, trolls are horrible people. So, anyways, yeah. So, some of the things we could do for like some of the backgrounds that I know I want to do. Uh, um, I know I want to do like a snowy one. I think, and I think snow, I think snow. um, I think if I added in like a snow, it'd be like a snowy tundra type of situation. Hold on, let me. That might be really boring though. That might be a really boring background. Uh, hmm. Huh. Actually, how would I do that? If I was gonna do like a background, if I was gonna do something like that, I'd probably want to actually add like actual snow. Like I'd want to make it like, hey, it's bedtime. I'd actually, if I did like a snowy backdrop, actually, it occurs to me I'd probably want to add in like actual precipitation. And I don't know if I could do that with the current system. So I might hold off on the snowy one because I think the most interesting thing I could do with the snowy background would probably be to add new tech to allow like actual precipitation. And I don't know if I feel like doing that right now. So I should start keeping a list of like potential backgrounds because like now for example here I am here I am now I yeah, now there's time to make backgrounds. Like I'm blanking on the ones that I want to do. I mean the ones that I want to do, the reason I haven't done them yet is because I'm kind of holding off on them a little bit, but I'll all right, let's see. So that's a thing, whatever, but it's not the thing that I feel like looking up right now. So let's add a sheet. All right, so snow. I'll just snow as a background. I know I want to do a beach, but I kind of like with snow. I want to actually like make waves on the beach, so I don't know if I'm gonna do that yet because I might need new tech in order to accomplish that. Um, hey Tom, how's it going? What did Okay, I'll see what I can do. Binre artwork. What was the misunderstanding? Oh, oh. um, okay. Anyways, so the right, so beach, beach snow. What are? Yeah, maybe I haven't actually really thought about too many backgrounds. Like, we could go anywhere hypothetically. So, I mean, like, so yeah. All right. So I really don't have like. I guess like the ones that are coming to mind right now are like real departures. Oh yeah, no, I know some other ones that I want to do. I want to do like lava caves, and underground city, and for that matter, above ground city, uh, or town or something. Uh, Please stop listing things, Lauren. Oh, uh, yeah, I did imply that I would take your feedback for character art, or I would take your suggestions for character, or like basically you could choose. I mean, like the interesting thing about the backgrounds and the character art is that we're pretty much going to do everything eventually, because like hypothetically this game is like it goes on forever, so it's probably going to touch on like basically every region or every uh, uh, like area of the map, every like fantasy trope for like what a like an adventurer might be, but yeah, so that I'm I'm I don't know. Yeah, I so like I guess I'll take a moment to reiterate a point that I've mentioned a few times is that this is an independent project and I'm not taking suggestions. So the best way to guarantee that something that your idea will not get used is to like voice it, because that's just, well, to be honest, I'm a little bit spiteful. So, anyways, I'm just gonna probably just turn off chat for a little while. I don't like turning off chat. I'm just gonna scroll up so that I don't see chat for a little while. Let's go back to the beginning. All right. So, yeah. Uh, uh, so, I really don't have a good solution for that because it's like so annoying. It's the most annoying thing in the world. It makes me want to just like punch my monitor, but I also don't have a good way of like preventing people from doing that. And it's like I need to come up with a solution for that eventually because I don't like I don't like feeling angry. It's a terrible feeling, and I honestly don't know how to get people to stop doing that. I do my best to explain to people like please don't do this, but like when new people do it, like that's fine. But when people who should know better do it, that's the really difficult part. Because I honestly have no clue what to do then. It's like, obviously something's not getting it. Obviously something's not getting through. So, I honestly don't know what to do about that. Anyways, thank you for everyone who's being like good at participating in chat today. Uh, um, I I yeah, all right, so sorry. Like it always like it always just throws off my like whole thought process. So let me get back on track. Uh, Netcore, hey, hello, how's it going? Um, yes. So snow, beach, lava caves, underground city. Uh, I might just not work on this project right now. I might just switch over to IMA. It's not your job to understand codergasm. You're welcome to stay, and you're welcome to leave. Like honestly, I think I just expressed that I'm not in a great mood right now, so I'm gonna be pretty honest right now. I'm gonna be pretty honest about that. Um, so yeah. Uh, Um, yeah, I might just work on another project. I might just switch over to the project that I arguably like should be working on right now. Instead, maybe. Uh, Hold on, let me look at my like to-do list again. Was there anything actually pressing here, or was it just like whatever? Um, uh, so how did we leave IMA? Last time we worked on IMA, we were working on like symbols and uh, yeah, we were working on like how to convey the point of the game without using distinct color, like basically how to make the game play in grayscale. And I think we were coming along pretty well. Like I was pretty satisfied about how it was looking. So uh, so that's good. Yeah, so the interesting thing about IMA is that like when I go back to it, I'm gonna have to again reconsider like am I mean last time I worked on it, I was like under the impression that I was going to be writing it in C sharp. I was going to be writing it with uh sorry, I just clicked on the binre artwork link on my other monitor, so I have to click on it here too. Uh, um, oh, yeah. So, the yeah, right. So if I'm not working, I might be making IMA in C sharp, and I might be using like Unity to do so. But then like I keep thinking like maybe this is the project on which I should for which I should like actually learn hacks. And I've tried it before and it didn't go great, to be honest. I I don't tend to like if something is like I don't know. One of the nice things about having multiple projects to work on is that if one of them if you hit a stumbling block on one of them, you can always just switch to the other project, and like for me personally that tends to give me I tend to use that time to I use that time to like sort out what I really want for that project. So like for example, if I took a break on side quest right now, I could like that would give me some time to figure out like what do I really want to do with backgrounds, and like what do I really want to do like with the future character art. So uh yeah uh sorry. I really want the game to have more backgrounds. So despite the fact that I don't have a clear idea of what I want to do there, I want to have that clear idea. So I mean that's why I started like drawing out stuff and started trying to think of stuff. Um, City is ambitious. I don't really feel like doing another super ambitious one right now. I don't really because like I don't want to accidentally like spend an entire week on a project. Um, so I should probably do like I was planning on doing something more like more like along the lines of the mountain where nothing happened to any other game. The entire universe has frozen. Like all time has frozen in the universe. This is the only thing that's happening right now. No, I don't know what you're talking about. If you're talking about IMA, then I just explained about IMA. if you're talking about the game that we were working on last week, the game we were working on last week, we finished last week. If you're talking about another game, I probably don't care. But you were here when I mentioned that I'm not in a great mood right now, so um, uh, do it, binre artwork. Which is I'll call you artwork because it's weird to call you binre. um, oh yeah, we finished that. All right. So if anyone wants to see the project that we did for Signal Jam last week, it was Tidor. So if anyone whoops. uh, um, Why did that not work? I hit copy, and then I hit paste, and for some reason it didn't work. I don't know. Anyways, there we go. Yes, that is Tidor. So that was the project. So the link that I just sent in chat is the last week we did a collaborative on-stream game jam, Signal Jam I called it, and then so we all worked together, and that was the game that we came up with. Yeah, it's fun to collaborate on projects. It'd be cool if like all the projects I worked on could be collaborative, but I have to like not die starving and homeless. So I actually have to have an income, and so it's important to me to not die starving and homeless, and so in order to do that, I have to work on independent projects sometimes. So if it seems like that's a hot issue for me, like, yeah, not dying, starving, and homeless is kind of a hot issue for me. It's kind of something I want to avoid. So, that's that. And then, so is there, I could do like, I mean, I could do something simple. I could do like a meadow. I could do like, I want to do like a different take on mountains. Like, I kind of want to do like a cliff trail or something. So like, I don't know, cliff or something. Because like the current mountains, it looks like you're walking on like whatever, like through a bunch of mountains. But I wanted to make it actually look like you're walking like on the mountains themselves. So I don't know if you're doing this intentionally, lazy Brussels sprout, but I'm filtering out the hash keyword, and like I said, right now I'm not in a great mood, so I don't feel like banning you, but I kind of do in a way. So like if you're intentionally just avoiding having your text show up on my primary monitor, I don't know, whatever. I really should just close chat and not interact with people, because when I'm in this mood, I don't interact well. But also we don't have very many moderators on right now, so I feel like I should moderate. Tea time. Why didn't I invite you? Everyone was invited. Artwork. Literally everyone was invited. There's no one excluded, so you were invited and you didn't show up, you rude jerk, is what happened. Alright, so backgrounds in my mind are like this icon of like hatred right now, and so like I mean, I already wasn't enthusiastic about having to work on them, and now I just like I want to like tear out my eyes. I won't, because I don't think that would make for a very interesting stream. But sitting here suppressing anger as my primary function is not a very interesting stream either. So I should probably get started on something. Whoops. No, why did you do that? I clicked here and then I clicked here and somehow it was like clearly he wants to overwrite this one thing with this other thing. All right, so. I mean, I could just throw in like a kind of cheesy background. No, I don't want to do that either. I don't want to do any of these things. Which of these things I don't want to do I not want to do the least? um, yeah, maybe I should just commit some time to this, because like it's gonna like scrape at the back of my mind that the game needs more backgrounds until I actually add them in. So since I know artwork, you're you're a fool. No offense, but you're a complete fool right now. And I'll prove it. This is why. And like there's a million other things too. Like seriously, just like I don't know. Like pay attention. Zero Maverick, hey, how's it going? Yeah, it's nice here, so I figured I'd stay here a little while longer. Uh, um, hmm. Backgrounds. Backgrounds for side quests. So all right, so yeah, so I'm thinking I'll probably just like dedicate some time to this, because why not? I mean, I have to do it eventually. I don't want to just do something like hasty. I'm just permabanning you. You come back with your primary account if you feel like coming back. No, I don't like it when people use my name, so I'm banning you for that reason, actually. I put it off because you're being nice, but now you're being cloying, and it's annoying, so. Anyways. So. Yeah, so do I want to do one of these, or do I want to do... So, yeah, if I'm going to actually, like, put time and effort into a background, do I want to do one of these? Or should I do, Should I do, should I come up with different things to do? You do it like this, Stevery. See? That was easy, right? uh, there you go. uh, yeah, so Zero Maverick. I've been really annoyed all morning. I just got into a bad mood by accident, and so I don't know. I'm aware of it. I know like my current state right now, and I realize that this is not like the top of my game. I just I mean I can't like snap my fingers and like everything gets perfect all of a sudden. So yeah, no, that's the fun part about live streaming is that like I could shut down the stream and maybe I should, but no, I'm instead my interest is now to get on track, and I think like maybe if I had actually been in the middle of something, then maybe I could have like, you know, at least just like kept on doing what I was doing, but I was like making a decision. And so I don't like making like I try and make my decision. I try and make good decisions, and making good decisions requires like a relatively clear mind. So I'm taking a little longer perhaps than I usually would to make this decision because I want to make sure that I make the right one despite distraction. So I don't think I want to do snow or beach because that would require tech. I could do city. But city, I know, is going to be so detailed. Like, city is going to just naturally be one of the more detailed. It's not actually going to even be city. It's going to be like a town. Like, these are really grand ideas. I could do meadow. But that does that I mean, like between forest and mountain, like meadow is like really like it like what does it really add, right? Like it technically would add like something different to see, but like it wouldn't really change the adventure much because you'd still just be like wandering through these very naturalistic settings. Uh, okay. Uh, sorry. We're having the weirdest chat day today, and that's not me. That's you guys. We're just having a really weird chat day today. I mean, it's partially me. I'm involved, but um, so uh, yeah. Uh, uh, I heard polar bears eat humans. Is that not true? Or is that? I don't know if that's true. I have a healthy fear of polar bears because of I don't understand what's happening. Uh, oh, I can't come back. Oh, if that's uh oh yeah right oh all right so yeah this is sorry I was just like I was like wait I was confused as like who this was but no sorry I'm enforcing that ban and so now so quite suitably I've permabanned I can't come back and so now I can't come back literally can't come back so there we go anyways so oh chat it's like you don't want me to dev ever. It's like you never want me to dev ever. You just want me to be distracted all day. Uh, I'm not taking all of the credit for how long it's taken us to get to anything today. Like you guys have had a major hand in that. So happy tea time. Um, so um. Yeah, no, I honestly don't care. I'm like, so if people work around bans, then they're actually violating the rules of Twitch. They're not just, they're not just, they're not just being trolls. They're literally violating the terms of service. At which point they get literally reported, and then they just get like kicked out of Twitch entirely. So, yeah. So the repercussions for circumventing bans is pretty severe, and it's not meted out by me. So, um, people either know that or they find out the hard way. Um, but I mean, that's their business. Um, so, anyways, uh, so I could do like I could do yeah, Meta and Click. Oof. I have different reasons for not wanting to do each of these things. So maybe I should just do all of them, and then it'll all balance out. I should add in the tech that I need for the snow and the beach. Uh, I should, so like with the underground town and for the underground city and the town, like those are highly detailed, so they're gonna take a ton of time. For the lava caves and the underground city, like those link to and from the caves, so like it's a very short circuit. Like, I know I want to do these eventually, but like they don't add much variety. So, uh, the town super detailed, right? I already said that. Meadow and the cliff don't add much variety either because they're both like meadow is very similar to forest except without trees, and cliff is very similar to the mountains except with a different camera angle, basically. I'm probably just gonna have to turn off chat today. I think that. So the downside is that chat just basically won't be moderated today, unless you guys are gonna be good about moderating yourselves. And if you guys are so awful that I have to moderate, then I yeah, no, at that point we're just gonna have a highly disinteresting stream. So it's up to you guys. Let me know. Let me know how you feel. Um, so, all right. That was me thinking. That is what thinking sounds like. It's very quiet. Uh, yeah, I probably shouldn't do any of these things. Um, so, uh, oh yeah. So like, other than a huh. Maybe I'm going about this the wrong way. Maybe instead of having like distinctly identifiable, like discrete places, maybe I should think of it more as like categories. So like the, so like I shouldn't have like a snow background. I shouldn't have like a beach background. I should have like snow backgrounds, and I should have beach backgrounds, and I should have like meadow backgrounds and like mountain backgrounds, and then I guess yeah, because so what was occurring to me is like if I wanted to do like a river, like I wouldn't necessarily want the river to like yeah, if I was gonna do a river, like I don't know if I'd necessarily want it to be I don't know if I necessarily want it to be uh like running alongside, like I don't know if it necessarily would want a path that runs next to the sorry. Uh, I do have chat on the other monitor still, and I glanced at it. um, so, so yeah, like if I did a river, I think it. Oh no, I guess I do would I guess I would want it something that you run alongside because I was thinking of doing it the other way that like you would actually cross the river, but because of the hey new event because of the looping nature of the backgrounds, like that probably wouldn't work very well. It probably just because like who crosses like 10 rivers in a row, right? That would be a bit excessive. So I guess no, if we did a river, it probably would be you would be walking alongside it. Um, but then like, oh yeah. So the thing I was thinking of, maybe I should just add in this other tech that I've been thinking of. Oh wait. So the other tech that I was thinking of was having like, I guess like basically like custom layers. Like right now, the backgrounds have 3 layers. They have like the front layer, the mid layer, and the back layer, and they all like parallax together. I was thinking of adding in like an extra layer that could be like specific to each like separate backdrop. So for example, with the river, I'd probably add a layer that scrolled in the opposite direction, so that it looked like the water was actually flowing through the background, so it didn't look like it just parallaxed with the rest of it. Um, yeah, but the thing about that is that transitions would get really weird. Like I don't know how I'd handle those sort of things through transitions. Like yeah. Uh, so the cool thing about that is like okay, so I could use this extra layer. I could use this extra layer for the precipitation I was talking about earlier. Like I could have like snowflakes falling. Like the layer. I mean, like hypothetically, this extra layer wouldn't have to like just scroll side to side. It could scroll like downward too. So like I could have like snowflakes falling down like that. But how am I actually how am I actually gonna execute this? So like okay, so let's say I do the like let's say I tried to do the river. Like what would the transition in and out look like? I guess I mean I could have the transition in have like a waterfall that like pours down. So like it kind of comes in from like I don't know, or like a spring or like a pond or like anything. Like I could have like any like like starting point for this like water, so that it's just like, here's where this starts, and then it's like flowing in the direction that you walk. So it's flowing it's flowing like in that, like you're walking downstream is what I'm trying to say. um and then for the terminus, I guess like so what is it could just like go off into the distance or something. But then like how do I actually like line up those assets? Like this water is like flowing alongside you this whole way. Like when does this flowing water just like stop? And like how does it stop too? Because like the way that I've been uh like showing this art is basically just like these long strips that just get blit on top of each other. So like how do I do a stopping point for this water layer? So like what is in order to do something like that for the cave, in order to transition from indoor to outdoor, I had to use these like blocky covers that like so on like a layer above it, like something big would just have to like obstruct your view, so that you didn't notice that there was like this other awkward transition happening behind it. So I might just have to do something like that, uh, which could be fine. That could be entirely satisfactory. It that was part of what took that was part of what made the cave take as long as it did. Is that I well no that I mean that extent that added to the difficulty level of making the cave. But yeah, I mean if I wanted to do something like this, maybe then this is how I should go about it. Uh, so yeah, the way I was thinking about it is that like the river would probably be like the flowing water would probably be right next to you. Like it would be you'd be walking like right on the edge of the water. So like the front layer of the front layer would basically just be like the rocky path along the riverbank that you're walking on, and then the water would be like the very next thing. So in order to sorry, this screen is really boring right now. We're just looking at like the spreadsheet and I'm just talking. Is basically all that's happening right now. But I mean that's I'm not like I don't even have my hands on like the keyboard or the mouse or anything. I just have like my arms crossed as I'm like thinking through all this stuff. Um, so there's not like a there's not like a visual representation of my brain right now. um, I'm I don't know. I'm getting closer to like actually. Whoops, didn't mean to go there. I'm getting closer to actually like starting something. So I'll put chat back on screen. See if that works out. See how that goes. Um, and oops, don't need that. Uh, yeah. So should I didn't even add it to the list. So should I do the river next? If I did the river, it'd probably link. If I did the river, it'd probably link from the. Oh, I was gonna say the river might link from the cave to the forest, but the cave already links to the forest. But yeah, no, I mean with only three, I either have to link a connection. I have to like extend a connection that already exists, or I have to just reverse a connection there by like essentially adding just an alternative. Because like if it went from the forest to the cave instead of cave to the forest, then it would just be a replacement for the mountain. Yeah, we're not going to see like real variety in like the backgrounds until I actually start working my way through this list, which is why I want to start working my way through this list because it's going to take a while to get there, but it's we're not going to get there. It's not going to get there at all until I actually start doing some of this stuff. So, all right, so yeah, maybe I am doing the river, and if so, it links. I was thinking it might link in from the cave because like there could be like a falls coming down. Like when you exit the cave, you exit through like the rocky cave mouth, and so I was just thinking there could be like a waterfall coming down like next to the cave mouth, possibly. But Oh, but the huh. How did so yeah, what's the factor involved when the oh man, I just realized something. In order to test backgrounds, I'm probably gonna have to like put the script into turbo. Uh, um, sorry, this is really good. Did you black out a tooth? I don't think that was necessary, but otherwise, top notch. Um, so, yeah. Oh, right. So, what was just occurring to me is that the way, if anyone watched me make the backgrounds before, the way I do that is I kick the in-game visuals into like overdrive. It'll be a little disruptive to the script itself because I'll be constantly like restarting it, like shutting it down and turning it back on again. But the other thing that I'll do is I'll crank the speed up to like maximum. So instead of like slowly like ticking through these backdrops, we'll see like the adventures will be they'll be like speeding across the screen, like going super fast. It's kind of fun, kind of funny. Um, so that to look forward to at some point. Um, excuse me. So I could start like specking this stuff out, like just doing very crude art, just to like see how it'll look, and then yeah, that'll get a little disruptive to the script because I'll have to do a few things. Like I'll have to like hard set the well, no, I mean it won't be that bad. It's just that the script will be like coming down, coming back up. So yeah, like I might not give. I might like I'll be restarting it a lot, so like the characters might not show up all the time. But I I don't know a better way to like iterate this art other than that. So that we might just have to deal with that today a little bit. So uh, uh, right, yeah. So how does the water start? Is like the thing that I have to figure out. Like it basically starts like whereas all the other all the other background art starts on the the uh, the right end of the screen and scrolls slowly to the left end of the screen. The flowing water will have to start on the other end of the screen, or it'll have to start like somewhere, right? Um, so what is like the what did like the first exit to yeah, the first exit to the cave looked kind of like what we're seeing here, right? Because it was on this layer. It was like here. Let's actually like look at that art. So journey the background going from the cave to transition to the forest on wait, I'll just look at the oh no, they're all on separate layers. All right. So yeah, so the top layer or no, 0 is the back layer. No, 0 is the top layer. Right. So like it's um hmm I guess at some arbitrary point during the transition, we can just like make the water appear. Like I guess like so when this transition slide is exactly center screen, like we'll do something similar. We'll probably use like we'll probably reuse a lot of this art. We'll basically just like get rid of the trees, and like the rest of it will probably be the same. So, uh, uh so yeah, I guess like when this transition slide is exactly center screen, like we could start showing water underneath this. Like we could like at this like exact frame, like just start. Well, hmm. Oh, well, I guess we'll need a transition slide for the water as well because you can't like because like if like so like before like the screen looks exactly like this, like you know the background is the background is gonna like transition in slowly. So like before it gets to center screen, like there's gonna be a peak out of the cave, and you'll be able to see like hypothetically like if this was the river, the cave to river transition. Is that I don't think I actually drew the arrows in, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like this. Anyways, so the cave to river transition. Yeah. So yeah, right. So if so you're seeing through the edge of the you're seeing out the edge of the cave already. So if when it gets to center screen, like the water just magically like pops in instantaneously, then you're gonna see like a weird you're just gonna see the water just like magically like just from nowhere, just suddenly water all of a sudden, which is gonna look a little that would look a little bad. So I think we need a transition slide for the water as well. It'll just magically start appearing at the exact center of the transition. Like when the transition is that like that I think will work for the I think that'll work for the river, but that is that like a good solution like excuse me. Is that a good solution for like all of the backgrounds or all of the transitions that we'll have to do with like these backgrounds? Like, is that going to work for precipitation? Like, what if we were transitioning from the cave to like a snowy location? I guess in that case, the transition slide would just like the transition slide would probably um. All right. So the other thing is that like if this was the hmm oh uh the transition slide can show up before the yeah, no, the transition slide doesn't have to wait until this exact moment. Like it doesn't have to wait until this is exactly center screen to show up. The transition slide can show up sooner than that. It can show up yeah, I don't know exactly when, but all right. Because like so like if this was transition if the cave was transitioning to like the a snowy place instead, we'd want like the precipitation slide to be showing up already. Because like with the water, well, I know, I mean, I guess actually we would want to do this with the water too. So yeah, so the thing about about this transition is that I mean, if you've seen it play out in the game, we'll probably see the forest and mountain transition happen for fairly near future. But yeah, what happens is like where's the other art? So like before we start transitioning to the to outside the cave, like what we have is like, you know, it links up like roughly like that. And so like the layers where's the transition layer is all opaque and like you can't see through it. Like the pre-transition layers, like just the normal like loop layers, have like transparency to them. I mean this nice opaque wall that you can't see through is kind of nice because you don't you know, you can basically cheat things behind it. Like you can have like awkward transitions like happen discreetly behind the opaque wall. But like yeah, because this front layer scrolls the fastest, the layers behind it, in order for the parallax to work, they have to transition before. I know it's weird. Like the they just like because the parallax, like the slides work on different like time scales. So uh I mean, I get why a lot of people don't put parallax into their games, because like it actually takes surprisingly much work to like support it well. But I like it. I don't know, because I don't do much else with art. It's like the least I could do. um, it's like just slightly less or slightly more than the least I could do. So, all right. So, is this gonna work? If I well, yeah, the maybe I should just make up like tons of special rules for these extra slides, because like the so like the fact that like with like the current backgrounds, there's like the front side, there's the front plane, the middle plane, and the back plane, and those those all. You like it? I'm glad you like it, Lazy Rush Strat. Hey, event time. Um, so the yeah, so like the front layer for all backgrounds, it always slides at the same speed. It always slides in the same direction, of course. They all slide in the same direction. And like yeah, so the front layer always operates the same, the middle layer always operates the same, and the back layer always operates the same. The thing that I'm planning on doing with this extra layers, like this new tech that I'm adding, is that basically on a background per background basis, these new slides can have special rules. So instead of operating just like every other slide, like it'll have different rules about like how it translates. So I mean, so far the only thing I was really excuse me. Sorry. Wow. I need more tea or something. Hold on. I'm gonna pour myself some more tea. I'm actually doing it. I'm not pantomiming. I swear. Glug, 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 glug. Oops. Hold on, wait. The tea lid thing is gonna fall off if I don't pour it correctly. Alright, there we go. Glug, 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 glug. Alright. Sorry. Tea time. Game dev tea time. With binre and friends. Sorry. Alright, You didn't kill a moose. You did not kill a moose, I assure you, you did not kill a moose. Did you give a sword to a moose and it gave you a stick in return? No, there's no killing. Well, I don't know. I tend to make games like open-ended for up to players like interpretation, but no, there's canonically speaking, there's no killing in that game. Um, oh yeah, right. So I was saying, so like initially I was only really planning on adding in special rules for how the transition, or for how these extra slides translated, like how they moved around on the screen. But I mean, at this point, I'm thinking I should probably add special rules for like a lot of things, like how they, like when they show up and how they show up. With Pygame, I think you can blit a subsurface, like you can blit like just a portion of something. So that's not something that I've really done for the backgrounds, because the backgrounds are just continuous and they just go off in like infinitely in any direction. But for these new transition slides, it might be helpful to hey, I just happen to notice a few like level ups happening. Congratulations to the people who leveled up. Yeah, because like the way that so like the water transition, for example, or the snow transition, like I think like at like a magical time, like whenever we can afford it, like uh oh 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 you know what we could do is we could like actually I need to excuse me, I think in at least one case I'm like blitting a subsurface of a of something in Pygame, but I need to make sure that's the case, because if that is the case, I just had like a kind of clever idea, I think. Basically, instead of defining like a time for when like the transitional slide can appear, we can like define like a boundary on like another slide. So like for example, we could say the mouth of the cave is like when we want the water to start appearing. And so even though the water is actually like translating in the other direction, if we can do these subsurface, if like if we can blit, instead of like blitting the entire image, if we can blit like a portion of that image, like just blit some of that image, then we can have the blitting like begin at the mouth of the cave, and like so the special rules for the water slide can be water slide. All right, it's a water slide. If I say water slide, I don't literally mean water slide. I mean the slide that represents the water. Like the slide is in the frame, like a slide that you put in a projector. That kind of slide. Anyways, um, um, yeah. So for the water slide, we can just we can just tell the we can just specify that the front of the front of the cave on the top layer is like when we should start seeing this. And so then, although the images will be blitting, like will be translating in the images will be translating to the right, the start of the images will be translating to the left, along with the top image. Uh, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, let's look up if we can do this like subregion blitting, because we better be able to. Because I really want to do what I just said I wanted to do. I really want it to work. So, why do I have the link? I linked to Sprite for some reason because I don't know. I thought that would be sensible, but no. Blit, surface blit. Source is the source image. Dest is the rectangle for the dimensions. Area. Optional area rectangle can be Hasten as well. Represents a smaller portion of the source surface to draw. Yeah. All right. So that's pretty sweet. So yeah, the that rectangle will just the math is gonna be a little weird, but yeah, that rectangle can just start stretching. So it'll be like we'll blit it almost as if it's stretching across the entire screen, except we'll only actually blit the subregion at the end of it that we want to show based on the position of, for example, the mouth of the cave. So, I mean, I guess this is like a good solution for the oh. This is a good solution for the mouth of the cave. And now that I think about it, this is the solution probably that I should have done in order to get the other transitions, even without the special slides. Like this would have been easier to do back then. But well, not easier necessarily, but this might have been the better solution to have done back then. I don't know. Yeah, but like, okay, so is this the right solution though for other things too? Like maybe I mean, it could just like the mouth of the cave is like really weird. Like transitioning from indoor to outdoor spaces, as I discovered, is like really weird. So that that's part of the reason I guess that it's good to start with the cave too, because like if I'd started adding this tech for if I'd started with like a mountain to forest type transition, I might not have thought of a lot of these things. Excuse me. Oh, tea time. The reason I have the tea is because recently my throat's been getting, like, I don't know, a little sore. My apologies. I'm hoping the tea will help so that I don't have to sound like a horse. Not like a horse, like a horse person. Not like a horse. Excuse me. So, so yeah. All right. So right. So now that I've thought through the cave fairly well, is this solution going to work for like the more mountain type forest transitions, the ones that are the transitions happening from an exterior space to an exterior space? And for that matter, is this going to work for an interior transition too? Is it going to work for a transition from an interior space to an interior space? So, I mean, I guess like the sub region, like the area, like this special blitting thing, it might only be relevant for the interior exterior transitions. Possibly. I don't know, because like, okay, so in another example, like snow, for example, like let's say you're transitioning from a snowy place. Like what was I thinking? I was thinking the snow transition would actually go from mountain to forest, like from mountain to snow and from snow to forest or something like that. So like So if we're using the special slide for snowfall, like when does the snow start falling? I guess in that case, it's actually kind of fine for the snowfall slide to just work like the old transition system. Like we just have a transition slide where so along the transition slide, like it starts with like it starts where it comes in or where it comes in on the side of the screen. Like it starts with like basically like no snowfall, and then like as it moves in, you just see like a few flakes, just like a very little bit of snowfall, and then a little bit more and a little bit more, and so like this slide is, I guess this slide doesn't just translate down; it translates like down and like kind of diagonally, because like if the snow just went up down while the rest of the background was going like was like moving around, it would give the impression that the snow was like falling at an angle because it wouldn't be moving it would be moving with the camera, not with the background. So yeah, so I guess this slide like goes like kind of like falls with the with the scenery, and yeah, so I guess essentially like the snow just like falls faster and faster, or it gets so like between the transition slide, the purpose of the transition slide for the special layer is just like increasing the density of snowfall, and I think that's actually fine. I think we don't need to do that special splitting thing. We just need the transition layer. So yeah. Oh. But then right. Okay. So then what about an exterior river? Right? Because like with the exterior river, we might again. Yeah. No. Okay. So actually, the I think that special rule about like the sub-blitting thing is not going to be special for just the cave or like the interior exterior transitions. I think that actually it's going to become relevant pretty much anytime we have a slide moving in the opposite direction. Because like if you think about like water flowing on a like let's say you're transitioning from a mountain to the forest, or let's say you're transitioning from the mountain to a river type thing. You'll have water flowing, in the opposite direction, and like let's say the transition there is like a waterfall. So like you have like a waterfall coming in from the mountain, and there's like a pool area at the base of the waterfall, and then you want the water flowing, like the river water flowing out from that pool area. So the pool is going to be moving. Excuse me. The pool is going to be moving like from the right side of the screen to the left side of the screen, as you walk past it. But then the water is going to be flowing out from the river. So you will still want this river water layer, but we'll want it to be emanating from the pool, not from the cave mouth. So yeah, right. So okay, I think that. I mean, oh. Okay, so then the beach. The beach is gonna be fun because for the beach, I actually don't want the. Oh, okay, yeah. So this is interesting. The special layer. I don't want the special layer to go in either direction. I want it to oscillate. I want the special layer to be the waves on the beach, and so I want it to basically like flow in and out. So basically like the waves like come in and they move like a little lower on the screen, and then they flow back out, and then they move a little higher on the screen. So so I guess like what I'm passing in for this like special data about how these slides move is not just like a vector for how it translates uniformly. I guess I'm actually passing in like a formula for how to calculate the how to calculate its position. So that'll be interesting. um, I keep talking about this special layer as a single special layer, and I'm probably gonna try and get away with just one special layer for starters, because I don't want to add in way too many layers. Like, I want to add in a lot of backgrounds, and in order to have those backgrounds, etc., we need to have we need to like load that image data, and so I don't want to like kill the. Oh, hey, we're in the middle of a transition. We can actually see all those things that I've been talking about for however long. Well, we're like halfway through the transition, but yeah. The yeah, I don't know, for like some of these effects though, it'd probably be better to to actually have like more special layers. Um, so I mean, one thing I could do hypothetically is instead of like having these three predefined layers and then thinking of other layers as special, I could just define each background as having like any number of special layers, and then like they could all. I don't know. That might be unnecessarily far. I don't know if I need that much flexibility in the system. So I might wait until the system needs that much flexibility before I try adding anything along those lines. All right, so I should probably get to work. I mean, I kind of have, but I recognize that a lot of people don't consider this work. Arguably, it's like some of the most important stuff that I do, but like I think a lot of people think of game dev as like actually putting the pen to paper. Uh, so yeah, I guess I'll do the river first. I'll do the river transition minus the water. No, I'll just do it like kind of fast and loose, and then get the tech working, and then go in and polish up the assets. I think is probably how we'll go about it. So yeah, let's. Okay, so cave to river transition. I'm probably going to. Oh shoot! Once I start messing with these files, the game might crash. So, because like the game actually reads these files live. So I guess I should start working on these files like in a different location, and then plop them in when it's appropriate. So yeah, transition to forest. I guess yeah, I should thanks space your name. All right. All right. So yeah. So a lot of the background will be very similar, because like with the what we're seeing here with the hard transitions, like this is like the. Oh yeah. Oh, huh. Yeah. This densely covered region is actually important. Like that's That's like there's utility happening right here, which is why this is so densely covered. So I'll have to cover for that. And in fact, like the positions of these breaks are also very specifically calculated. So I'll have to manage that. Yeah. All right. So yeah, for starters, I'm gonna copy this whole folder, but I'm gonna put it someplace weird. I'm just gonna so copy. I'll just put it in the main folder for now, or bin. I'll put it in the bin folder, because the bin folder is where weird things go. So this is actually so I'll call this river, and it's actually the transition from the cave to the river. So let's let's start hacking at these backgrounds. Fortunately, I saved out the layer separated version, so I can hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier to chop these things apart. Not really. Well, I guess yeah. All right. So that kind of helps, because the river path isn't going to look quite like that. It's a little weird to no, this is all supposed to be temp art, so I can bust this out fast. The whole point of this is to bust it out fast. All right, so what is the river path going to look like? Yeah, I'm actually, for starters, I'm just to get the tech up and working, I'm just gonna like basically just remove the tree. That's like the only difference that I'm gonna make to it for starters. Oops, I can use a bigger brush than just going to remove the foliage, and I'm gonna change more of it at some point, but just for starters, do that, and then this as well, and then yeah, that'll be fine. So I mean, I'll probably want to bring it down actually, just a touch, because we don't want this foliage covering up the water. We want the water to be pretty visible, because you're walking like right along the edge of the water, I think. That'll basically work. Yeah, so something like that. Just so there's enough room to walk, and then that's all we need. All right, so save this, I guess. Oh, I should save it. I should flatten the layers and save it as a file. Save as no, not as a PDN. As a ping. Yes. Yes. Replace that. Oh wait, did I save in the right location? Hopefully. Save as, yeah, bin, river, etc., etc. Good. Ping. Yeah, so I don't even have to really be working with the layered, like the layered versions of these images, because I'm basically just hacking them together to see if they work. So, open. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, I think I'm actually, yeah, no, for starters, I'm probably just gonna use the same files and just have the river like just kind of go in the middle of the forest a little bit. So it's gonna look dumb, but for starters, but yeah. Yeah, the other thing I was thinking is that at least for starters, like I could use the like for the special layer, I could use the middle layer, or like, yeah, I'm like it might be that the middle layer becomes like the special layer, because I only added in the middle layer in the forest because I realized we needed more depth. I wanted more depth there. Nah, no, we're gonna want that much depth in like pretty much any background that's not as like vast and wide open as the mountains. So, no, probably not that. I was thinking maybe that, because I really don't want to add too many layers. I really don't want to go overboard with the layers, but yeah, we'll probably have 4, and then maybe 5 someday. But I won't worry about that yet. For now, we'll get by with 4. Anyways, yeah, right. So whatever. I'm just gonna. I'm not even gonna bother coming up with new images yet. The only one that I really actually have to make is the water itself. And I guess I don't actually really need I don't need a special slide for the water itself. I basically just need the slide, not for the transition, but for the loop. So oh, but I sometimes will want a transition. So wait, so is it that we'll want a transition slide, or we'll want the special like sub region blitting? Like, are those mutually exclusive? I feel like yeah. At least with the 2 examples that I've come with so far. So maybe for now I'll just make those mutually exclusive. Like if you're using the sub region whatever, then you don't excuse me. Yeah. All right. So those will basically like be 2 separate modes of like these special slides, I guess. Yeah, right. Because like the transit, so like like the special region sub region blitting is basically like when you need a hard transition, like exiting the mouth of a cave, or passing by the source of like flowing water. But yeah, the gradual transition, the like the actual transitional slide, you only really need if it's not abrupt, if it's happening like more gradually, like the beginning of snowfall, as with like that other side. So yeah, I think that should be good. Oh, ooh, huh. How big do I want these slides to be? Because oh, well, there's an adventure started, is what that sound means. Um, you know what is I don't know if I can even do snowfall now that I think about it. I don't think I can even, cause it like there's no top of the screen. Like I mean, in the cave, well, maybe I'll just do something like I did with the cave, and it'll just like start at an arbitrary location, or maybe I'll do like a cloud layer, and it'll, I don't know. But yeah, no, it just occurred to me like there is no top of the screen, so like snow just can't like come in from the top of the screen. Like if there's no top of the screen, so I might have to get like creative with how I handle that. Um, but then yeah, I was also thinking like so like the way the slides like the just like the laterally scrolling slides, the way they work is that they occupy like a vertical space, and there's always two of them because like you have to be showing both of them, right? So like you have to blit twice. You have to blit like from wherever the seam is located, from wherever the actual like end of the image is located. You have to blit like everything on this side, and you have to blit everything on this side, right? And so don't mind me just ripping my earbuds out with my hand gestures. Um, um, the yeah where was I going with that? Yeah, so if the once the slide starts scrolling vertically as well, then we kind of have to like do like four regions because now there's like the vertical seam as well as the horizontal seam. So um hmm. Yeah, that should be fine because we're not actually like splitting more real estate on the screen. We're only we only really care about what actually occupies the screen, and that's not changing. The screen's not actually getting bigger, so that should be good. Um, I wonder, like it just occurred to me. I'm just telling the game to like blit off screen. Like it actually like is technically like blitting like twice the length of the screen, or like I'm telling it to, but like I wonder if it automatically does that sub-region thing when it would blit off screen. Because, like, there's no reason that it actually has to, like, process that blitting off screen. I wonder if it would be, if for optimization I should stop doing that. I mean, I'm not really worrying about optimization yet because we haven't hit major performance issues, or at least that has not been a major performance issue. So, I'll wait to worry about that until later. Um, Alright, so, let's, let's add the water layer to the forest, for starters. So, yeah, I didn't even need to make that change, really. I'm gonna get rid of that for now. Yeah, because I'm just gonna use the forest as the temp part. The forest is just gonna get flooded for a little while, is all that's gonna happen, for starters. So backgrounds, yeah. So let's work with the layered version of the forest, which I should have here, and I'll just use this to draw the yeah. I'll just use literally this one to draw the water layer. No, yeah, no. I'll I can I can safely edit the files at least in as much as adding in the river background. So new folder, river, forest, copy the art from the forest to serve as the art for the river. So let's get all these things. Yeah, sure. And then once I get the tech working, I'll go back and actually make this into different art. Uh, so Um, I don't really need to see the little duders. I guess I will cut down the top layer, just because. Well, for one thing, we don't need the trees, so we can get rid of those layers completely. Why not? And then, what is this layer? This is the... Yeah, those are fine. They're not really necessary. We can leave those there for now. And then the other thing I'm going to do is cut down the shrubbery on the front layer. And that'll be pretty much all that I do. So, actually, I can do that. I can do that fairly speedily if I just, like, use the... Oops, wrong layer. If I just use the, yeah. Bloop. Bloop. And, of course, it's going to be a little messy, but a lot of it is going to be messy because, like I said, this is just temp. Very temp. Very, very temp. I just want to bring down this edge so that I can add in the water and you'll actually see the water. Because I don't want the water to come up too high. Like, it's not like the whole forest is supposed to be flooded. It's basically just supposed to look like a river that you're walking next to. Alright, so... Sure. Perfect. Ship it. I mean, it's of course too low in some places, but whatever. Alright, let's add in a new layer. And make some nice super temporary water art. So, paintbrush, I don't know, size 10, sure. Look at all this water. Look at this lovely water. Oops, wow, look at that water. It's apparently quite turbulent, because it's not very steady or smooth. Actually, I can make it smooth across the top. Yeah, look at that, it's water. Perfect. And I'll just spill down here. Oop, not that much. There we go. And then, yeah, there we go, we have our water. Which is apparently, like, just slightly choppy in that region for some reason. Whatever. Alright, so, yeah, alright, so let's get rid of, like, all this stuff. Or actually, before I start getting rid of stuff, let's, wait, what just happened? Nothing actually happens. I just, like, anyways. For some reason, like, the layer panel doesn't always respond to, like, the button presses that I input. I don't know what that's about. Save that. And then, so, yeah, this is the layered version, etc., etc. And then, oh yeah, what am I gonna name this slide? I guess just slide 4 or something. Or like slide 3, or whatever is the next. I can name it like slide Q or something, just to indicate that it's like, operates in a different manner. Like BG, whatever, I'll just call it BG3 for now. Alright, so delete the other layers. Delete, 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 delete. Just fill in some of the gaps there. Not that it matters. Alright, so file, save as, ping, oops, no, not a TGA, ping, name it, yeah, just BG3, dot ping, sure, yes, and then the other thing I'll do is, I'll resave layer 4, which is BG0. Just to get rid of that stuff that we got rid of. So save as ping BG0. Yes. Yes. Alright. Alright, so yeah, I think this is like, these are all the pieces that we would need. Because we'll keep the cave to forest transition pieces. And then hook up the tech, and then yeah, like I said, we'll worry about the actual art once we have the system working. So let's go back to our files. River. Right. So this is where I might introduce like crashiness into the game. Uh, oh, oh yeah. No, you know what I'll do first is I'll just use I'll just add in a transition, the forest transition, the transition that the forest uses to turn into the mountains for now. I'll need to come up with like another thing